Lathe virtual cash money in actual cash out of creature trapped is a big issue for success cybercriminals. They frequently include to get artistic while cash of or money laundering the cash they include kidnapped, on to a safety specialist. Tens of thousands of kidnapped map numbers are sold every day on the subterranean markets. How Mr. Zador and his associate display, in detailed information undertaken of discredited websites or databases. They can try to sell the map, that is not big cash since they just get a few dollars for every A, he told. Instead of, he added, they are more than potential to use them to buy more than precious holdings love iPhones or MacBooks, that are famous since they tend to conduct their importance while resold. They do not buy 100 or so iPhones at one day, he told. They use a lot of various cards at various times. Mr. Mador told the crooks use randomization toolkit to impede against fraud system. How would place if all the purchases, though such done in various cards, are creature made on the identical machine. Else cash of method uses souvenir cards of big retailers such as Amazon and Walmart. The method involves purchase the souvenir map in the kidnapped letter of credit map and later offer it for selling at a big rebate. For sample, a client may be capable to buy a $400, 312 pounds, map for part cost, though they person the hazard of it creature broken if a retail dealer notices it was initially purchased in a kidnapped letter of credit map. Later down there are the more than artistic scams how search to use Uber and some trip-hailing firms to wash cash money. Mr. Mador, and other, include seen adverts searching drivers who can get portion in Spain and the US, both of famous locations for the scam. Some places love Moscow and St. Petersburg were provisionally inaccessible. They are looking for Uber drivers for scam payments, human beings who can register for Uber and do counterfeit rides, told Mr. Mador. The motorist's expense is utilized to wash the cash money engendered while kidnapped letter of credit cards are utilized to pay for the bogus journeys and they get a cut of the cash as a fee. It is these markets how shape the spine of the cybercrime planet, told Dr. Mike McGuire, a forensic of the College of Surrey, who has investigated the dark society. Several was washed via banks and some so established means of communication length utilized by penal gangs, who more include bin conclusion ways to use more recent technology methods. Dr. McGuire's study suggests billions in penal cash money passes via subterranean markets every year. Several of how is fair thievish marketing to thievish, but some methods engage the selling of drugs and some smuggling. Via conversations in condemned crooks and the police force who conduct them, Dr. McGuire told it was precise how several were implicated in the trading for really worldly reasons. He's a really humane set of activities how these human beings are implicated too, he told. On 15% were fair with their rental income to pay their mortgages and their billing. A lot of them are converter their cash to holdings and putting in them to purchase statute. Banks are receive superior at spot cash money laundering how uses characteristic and counterfeit corporations, told Rob Horton, of Bay's attached intellect department how helps finance firms place scam. The is not simple job, he explainable, since the crooks treated difficult to unclear their property of the fictitious firms. Yet, he told, comprehensive length-term analysis of the data share by frontline companies can assist unpick the relationships. We will frequently discover the PIN detailed information and register addresses for these facilitators are the identical through many decades of applications, he told. How since he's really difficult to truly build how lot fully new enterprise or person identities. As a outcome they tend to recycling the identical artifacts. Production efforts to get lot of legal finance organizations dividing information on the organization's overpayments and purchases were as well help to reveal the frontline organizations, he added. It conducted a web to destruction a web. How length-term information-driven attitude is as well help banks to choose out the cheap level recruitment several criminals are with as mules, told Keter Samant, company founder of scam spotting company Simility. Mules are utilized by a lot of penal gangs to get at cash money engendered by some tool, frequently ransomware attacks or phishing campaigns. Several gangs attitude human beings who include maid guide, cheap paid job, overseas and propose to buy accessing to the banking expense they set up while in How Nation. Old high school scam detect system would fight to place cash money washed via the path, since they were really fragile, Mr. Cement told. They tended to see for abnormal behavior quite rather than believe the background about the expense, how it is utilized above period, and wherever cash money goes. How length type was proper key since lot criminals were lucky to get their period to find out the top ways to deceive a banking by test it in brief bursts of attacks how they later drag behind of to see if the losing has been noted. Yours customers may go and go but fraudsters tend to be really loyalist, Mr. Cement told. How since it conducted period to find out a banking system and how they can get off in the crimes.